In this next video, we're going to be joining Georgia State Patrol. A trooper was patrolling and riding through Atlanta when looks like a pursuit already in progress by Atlanta PD on a BMW. And so this trooper joined this pursuit as this BMW actually come past him at 108 miles an hour. Now, if you knew anything about Atlanta, no matter what time of day is it, even at night, there's always heavy traffic that you have to deal with. So what possessed this individual to decide that he wants to run through Atlanta at this time of night at these speeds is I don't know. And for some reason or another, people that have fast, expensive vehicles, they think that they are entitled or do not have to abide by the traffic laws. And so let's go ahead and get into this video with this individual in his BMW. And it looks like we're going to be joining Georgia State Patrol in a pursuit. And it looks like it's going to be in the Atlanta area. And they are pursuing a late model BMW. And once again, I'd like to welcome you all back to another episode of Patrol and Performance. And as soon as the trooper is able to, it's going to conduct a TBI or a pit maneuver on this vehicle. You know, the old saying is, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I'll spring towards the tip. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Clear left, clear right.
Here we go. Unbelievable.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Maggie, get it back! Hey! Hey, check out the engine! Check out the engine! Get out of the car! Hey, okay? You okay? Check on him, you're okay.
This boy, I feel really stupid by now. Now, all he had to do is pull over and accept the citation for speeding. Now, let's take another look at this pursuit. 108 miles an hour BMW come through Atlanta with law enforcement and troopers behind them. Atlanta, Georgia is the wrong place to be doing this kind of stuff. Georgia, period. For Georgia State Patrol do not play. So if that is going to be the George connection. if you can't outrun them on the interstate, what make you think you can outrun them coming down through a city where you have even more officers?
Spring towards the 10th. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Clear left to right. I can see clear left. I can see clear right.
Here we go.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Drag his ass back! Hey! Hey, check out the engine! Check out the engine! Get out of the car! Hey, okay? You okay? Check on him, Mr. Okay.
And I'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Patrol and Performance. And I'm your host, John Shaft. And as you just witnessed in this video, a Georgia trooper joined a pursuit against a BMW. The driver was a black male, and the vehicle was occupied 3 times. Black male was driving with 2 black females as the passenger. And so I don't know whether this guy's trying to impress these females or what, but he come through Atlanta, Georgia at over 108 miles an hour through the looks like the northbound connector. And so this trooper joined this pursuit. And one thing you do not want to do, and that is to try and challenge the Georgia State Patrol. I always say that Georgia State Patrol, Florida State Patrol, and Arkansas State Patrol, these 3 state agencies you do not want to mess around with. They have a very excellent training program, and they do not mind implementing a TVI, or what you call a pit maneuver, on your vehicle. And that's exactly what they did in this pursuit. This guy come running up through the connector at over 100 miles an hour, as though he owns the interstate. And he got his butt handed to him. When Georgia State Patrol got behind him, it looked like he got off in Atlanta. If you ask me my opinion, he probably would have had a better chance of just staying on the interstate. And so I don't understand why they always choose to jump off. Like I always say, why you're trying to outrun the 2 or 3 of them that's in the back of you. You got probably another 8, 9, 10, maybe 20 of them that's in front of you. And you can't outrun the radio. So they're going to be communicating as they are chasing you. And that's why you see them sitting on the side of the road with a spike, getting ready to implement a spike procedure. And spike procedures when they take out the tires of your vehicle. For some reason or another, people just don't seem to get it. Running from any law enforcement agency it's not only ridiculous, it's crazy. I don't care what kind of car you have. I'm a Corvette owner myself, and that's something that I would never do. I wouldn't want the headache that would come along with it if one of them caught me. And I have had my shares of speeding tickets with my Corvette, especially when I first got it. I got caught twice running 3 digits. And I passed one trooper. He was sitting still, and if I wanted to, I could have just kept on going, and he wouldn't have caught me. But when I passed him, and he was sitting in the dark by himself, and when I passed him, I wasn't paying no attention. I had let my vehicle get away from me by not paying attention. And those kind of cars, they are very easy to do that. 460 horsepower sports car, 7-speed manual transmission. And for some reason or another, when you're driving normal, you get these normal people in their cars, they want to mess with you. And so I got tired of this individual that was riding along with me, kept messing with me. So when I went around, I downshift and took off. And as I topped the hill, I didn't know how fast I was going because I just got on it. And looked down, I was doing 108. And as I topped the hill, this trooper said, and it was too late for me to stop. I got out of it, but he had already got me. I seen this light lit up. By the time I went past my vehicle and I topped the hill, he was sitting right there, and it was just too late for me to stop or anything. He had already clocked me. And so I simply just pulled over to the side and waited for him to catch up. And he wrote me, I think it was 2 or 3 tickets. And I explained to him, and this guy was messing with me, and I got down on it, trying to get away from him. And I wasn't paying no attention to my speed, and he got away from me. And the thing is, I did not run from this trooper. I did not try to elude or flee from him. I took my L because I was guilty of it. It was my fault, and I had my day in court. But doing the things that you see these guys doing in these videos, deciding to just run and flee from law enforcement, man, that's not a good idea at all. Simply because you can take a minor traffic ticket and turn it into a fleeing felony. And you do not want a felony on your record. It can affect your ability to get a job, insurance, and all kinds of things. Probably even a home loan. They'd ask you, ever been charged with a felony or a home loan, something like that. Life insurance. So all that plays a part in our daily lives. So you want to avoid that at all costs. So if anything, you just pull over to the side and let the officer do his thing. And you take your L, and you just have your day in court. You could win in court. You're not going to win out on these streets. And as you can see in this video, these officers conducted a pit maneuver on this guy as he entered into the downtown Atlanta area. And the killing part about it is he had 2 females that was on board with him. So now all 3 of them are getting arrested, and they are getting arrested, and just by being associated with an individual, and it's called guilty by association. So they conduct a pit maneuver, and this clown wrecked his vehicle, and so now he got a wrecked BMW, and it might be seized too as well by the state, simply because it was involved in a commission of a crime, and which is fleeing felony. And that vehicle probably going to be seized and either an option off, or they could fix it and put it into their own fleet. And so anytime you are a law enforcement officer get behind you, it's not a good idea to flee. Just pull over to the side and take your L, take your ticket, and go on by your day. It'll save you a heck of a lot of headaches. So shout out to Georgia State Patrol and Atlanta PD for bringing this pursuit to a conclusion. And again, that's going to end this video. Once again, we thank you for rocking with us and tuning in to each and every episode. And if you would to support the channel, simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And don't forget to hit that notification button so that you would know when we are doing a upload. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.